times, and I was the oldest, so I saw it affected me the most. But I got a strong endurance.
Constitution.
Yeah. And but I've seen it all better and more than any of my brothers or sisters. I've seen the tough life that they went through and all the obstacles. I felt it more than any of the other kids. I'm younger than me. And I went to school in Canada when I was 15 years old. I had to be on my own. Well, I was even planning to skate back home in the wintertime and I could have drowned if I tried to do anything like that. But I always had common sense enough to not to think about it, but not do it unless I could be assured that I could do it. And then I don't know. I went through CC camps. I went to CC camps when I was 17 years old. We built a road from between the second Connecticut Lake and the Canadian border. I worked on a jackhammer. I worked on surfacing the roads, and we built a road between that lake, the third lake, and the fourth lake, and to the Canadian border. Then I came home and worked in a bunch of factories. I worked at the heel shops. I worked at the wool mills. I worked at this, and I tried different. And sometimes they would go bankrupt, or I did all kinds. I worked the CC camp at Keene, West Swansea there back after a year and a half out. I got acquainted in the Keene area, and I liked the Keene area because they accepted my music much more or better than in Nashville. In Nashville, all they wanted to hear was Bing Crosby and Frank Sinatra, and they they didn't accept guitar music or country music or bluegrass music. But in Keene, I was playing the banjo and the guitar for a band every Sunday night there in Westmoreland, being at home. And I was there for 9 months. But I wasn't supposed to own a car because the CC camp was for people that were too poor to own a car. So they had to let me go and discharge me from the CC camps. And I was on my own after that. Then I came back to Nashville and Keene and worked for the laundry, delivering clothes that had been cleaned and dressed and whatnot. I would go to Manchester, Concord, Hillsborough, Keene, Peterborough, and back to Nashville. I used to do the round every day. Sometimes I would take some friends or somebody with me, you know. I had a very interesting life. I did a lot of everything. I should have died when I was in the service. When we got hit there, my buddies were in a different part of the ship, and their body was in just like they were alive or sleeping, but they were dead. They were suffocated. The blast took the air right out of their body, and they just died. Period. There was about 20, 30 of those boys in there that died, and two other guys survived that blast because we were on the far end of the blast. But I woke up about 2 minutes before it happened, and I saw the boys having breakfast. But I'd been on watch on radar until 5 o'clock that morning, and I said, I need my sleep, I need the food, and I just tried to go back to sleep. But I just started dozing off, and with less than 5 minutes, when I felt my bunk go up. And I knew we were hit, but I always carried my life belt around my waist, so I just squeezed the air into the life belt. And the lights went out, and everything went dark. The water was coming in, and it raised me out of my bunk, and I landed on my feet on the floor. And I was waiting and see what was happening next. And then I saw a little bit of light come in, and I saw that the water was coming in, and so I thank God for that I was still alive, and I said, now to try and get out of here. And I had to climb out of that. It was like the deck, well, that's the floor. It folded up, and I was saved from the concussion because the deck sent the power, the blast up, and I didn't feel half of I didn't feel the blast.
Amazing.
I was lucky and survived a lot of, and so did my dad. My dad told us about how when he was on the front there in Germany, France, him and his buddy dug a hole, for sleeping. And that's why I said to myself, I'm joining the Navy. I'm not going to sleep in the mud or the dirt. But he dug a hole, and his sergeant came along and kicked him out of that hole and told him he wanted it, and they had to dig themselves another one. And that night, they had a blast, and that hole that he had dug, the first one where the sergeant was in, got hit. But they got hit with the mustard gas and all that stuff, and he went through hell. He was in the hospital for a few weeks until he got better. They sent him back on the fronts again. But that's why I did join the Army. I'm joining the Navy. If I'm going to die, I'm going to die in between two sheets, not in the mud hole.
So Grandpa Gene was in World War I, and you were in World War II.
Yep.
Wow. Amazing.
My dad was going to join the Canadian Army, but he wanted to be a citizen of the United States, so he joined the American Army so that he would automatically become a citizen of the United States. And that's how my mother became a citizen, because she married him, and we were born in the United States, and that's how we became citizens. Because we were born in the United States, and,
yeah.
And I served in the service, so that made me a real American. And you guys were born over here from an American father and mother, and so you are Native Americans.
In a Donald Trump world. In a Donald Trump world.
Yeah. Well, he's better than what we had before. I think Obama was the worst president we've ever had. And he has really hurt this country, he made it go into a socialism. It's too much. And it's very hard for him to bring it back out of it. But he's doing it. He's done pretty good so far. But Obama made so many laws that we were being controlled by all the people that he appointed. They weren't even elected. But you couldn't even, you had to get a license for this and a license for that. You had to pay fees to get this. And you couldn't do nothing. We were restricted. And when I was a kid, you wanted to do something, you just did it. You didn't have to get no permit or anything like that. But the Democrats have really made it a country that you couldn't do nothing without the permission of the government. And that's why I don't like the Democrats, because they're too socialist, and they're not freedom. The Republicans are more for freedom, although they're only halfway. That's why I've been more or less well, the other parties that were coming up and trying to get in.
You're looking for an alternative other than what we've had in the past, and I think that's what we're all looking for, basically.
Yeah. I used to be a Democrat.
Yeah, I understand.
But I changed my mind when
I decided to be independent so I could go back and forth depending on the person, and it's a crapshoot nowadays.
Yeah. And then I became a Republican until the Republicans became too, they were halfway socialists.
Well,
I was looking for these other, like the different parties that were coming up, I forget the name of them right now. I can't think of the name of them. But one of the party was for the freedom to do what you want to do without having the government.
Right.
Telling you can or can't do it.
Gotcha. All right, Dad.